So welcome to Simple Things channel. This video is mainly for beginners who want to open a bank account in India. So I will suggest some banks which is a good bank to open an account based on your needs, such as transactions, service providing, and fixed deposits. So we have some types of banks which are public sector banks, private sector banks, etc. Public sector banks are like government banks. So more than 50% of stake is basically nowadays owned by government. So these are considered to be secure in banking sector than any other banks. So these are the public banks. So these are also the public banks. These are the most famous private banks. These are small finance banks, and these are the payment banks, right? So in the public banks, so I will discuss some pros and cons here. So coming to SBI, SBI is the largest bank of India. So one positive is it has more number of branches. You can approach any branch and simply open an account. And another positive is the card services are premium here. The SBI SBI provides good card services available in the market. So another positive is internet banking. Internet banking in SBI is very good. So that is one thing, and also another positive is SBI has digital branches. So in the public sector banks, the best digital mode is SBI. But coming to cons, FD rates are less than some banks like Bank of Baroda, Union Bank. FD rates of SBI are less than some banks. So if you invest in FD, there will be not much returns. And another con is mobile banking. SBI mobile banking is not that good compared to some of others. It is reasonable but not good, not that good. Another minus is SBI. Basically, SBI branches are crowded. Physical branches are very crowded, so it takes more amount of time. It will consume your time away to just do a simple transaction. Also, you have to stand in a queue. So that is about SBI. Basically, more number of people, more it has the most highest customer base maybe in the world, or I think, but India it is definitely top bank. So that is about SBI. The another positive is you can also maintain zero balance in SBI, because as of now SBI is not charging any charge, even if you don't maintain minimum balance. So that is also one good thing about SBI. Right. Now coming to all other banks, internet. See, I am summarizing because the internet banking facilities of all other the banks are more of the same. So there is nothing special in it. The limits are same. The transaction process is same. The password setting, username setting, security questions, etc. All are same in the rest of the branches, but only SBI is very different and it is top notch. So for FDs, Bank of Baroda is very good because it provides good interest rates on FDs. And also another positive is Bank of Baroda mobile app is very good compared to others. So if you compare PNB, Canara Bank, Union Bank, SBI Bank, Bank of Baroda is a good bank which is providing the top-notch mobile banking facilities. You can order checkbook, you can order anything, and it will be very easy also to use Bank of Baroda app. Small pins like 4-digit pin is enough to log in, and it 24 by 7 mobile banking is working in Bank of Baroda. So that is the most positive thing about Bank of Baroda. So these are two positives for FTs, and for mobile banking facilities. Bank of Baroda is very good, and for internet banking and basic daily day-to-day activities, the SBI is top notch, right? So that is about public sector banks. For rest of the banks like PNB, Canara, Union Bank, you can approach these banks if these branches are nearer to you. So if the branches are nearer to you, then you can approach these banks and you can open an account. There is no problem. But mobile banking, if you want to avail very good services of mobile banking and internet banking, you can choose SBI and Bank of Baroda. Coming to private sector banks, uh, the private sector banks you can choose for two different purposes. One is for premium banking services, another is for fixed deposits investments. So if you are a huge investor like in FDs and mutual funds, etc., then you can use private sector banks. See, the most premium banks here are Axis Bank, ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, and Yes Bank. These are the premium banks available in private sector. You can avail premium facilities from these banks. uh, I will discuss positives about some banks and negatives so that you can choose these private sector banks according to your needs. First of all, the main basic thing is zero balance accounts. So if you want to maintain a zero balance account, then Kotak Bank 811 digital account, it is a digital account also, and it provides zero balance account. So you can just sit in your home with your Aadhaar and PAN, and you can open a pure digital zero balance account with Kotak Mahindra Bank. So that is one positive about Kotak Mahindra Bank. So coming to card services, debit card services, ICICI Bank provides the best debit cards. So in like it regularly get updates like to international standards. ICICI Bank is very good in that. If you want to earn more interest on just savings, then you can use RBL Bank and IDFC Bank, IDFC First Bank. These two banks provides good interest on your savings also, right? And coming to in fixed deposits, these three banks are very good for fixed deposits. So IndusInd Bank provides best interest rate in the market, and next comes RBL Bank and S Bank. So if you want FD, you can invest in IndusInd Bank. Coming to minimum balance, I told you Kotak Mahindra is zero balance account, and IDBI Bank and IndusInd Bank both provide the minimum balance of 2,500. So you can maintain minimum balance of 2,500 and you can avail private services like fixed deposits, etc. So for these banks, you have to maintain 2,500. For rest all, minimum is 10,000. For rest all banks, minimum is 10,000 rupees. So RBL Bank also provides zero balance account, but you have to contact the branch, nearest branch, and open it. Right? Yes. So if you can maintain a 10,000 minimum balance and you want to avail premium services, then you can approach these two banks, very good banks, Axis Bank and ICICI Bank. Premium services, top-notch services. Basically, everything will be available in mobile banking itself. So these two banks are very good. But if you are a heavy check user and you want to use huge number of checks, then you can go to IDFC First Bank because it provides uh, more than 100 check leaves for free. Good thing about IDFC First Bank is it provides free check leaves and also free debit card. You just have to maintain the minimum balance and you will get a free debit card, right? There is no issuance fee for debit card, and they will provide a good debit card which is a premium mode. So basically, based on your investment or usage, you can choose the account. And coming to small finance banks, these are mainly for only one major purpose, that is less crowded. These are the banks which are very less crowded, and the response is very good in these banks. The staff will be very responsive and they will answer every questions. So if you want a well good service banking services, you can approach these banks, right? But you have to maintain 10,000 rupees minimum balance. So keep that in mind. The another good thing is they also like for FDs and savings they provide good interest rates, right? Coming to payments bank, here one and only one bank that beats everything is Paytm Payments Bank. Uh, you can avail two services here. One is FD service and one is normal saving service. You can maintain balances up to 1 lakh and when your balance exceeds 1 lakh, it will be directly transferred to FD accounts. So you can also avail mutual fund facilities trading account from through Paytm Money app also. So you can open trading account through Paytm. Paytm does not provide FD services, but it has mingled with the two banks, that is IndusInd Bank and Suryodaya Small Finance Bank, which gives best interest rates in the market. So you can also maintain FDs through this Paytm. So that is a good feature in Paytm, and it is purely a digital account. There is no like physical branches. Everything is digital in Paytm. So uh, it is a zero balance account. It is a video KYC account also available as of now for Paytm. So all these features make Paytm best payments bank among others. So this is about payments bank. Finally, I am suggesting for daily day-to-day transactions, you can use SBI and Bank of Baroda. Mainly, if you want for good interest rate on FDs, then you can visit Bank of Baroda, right? Rest of the banks, as per your convenience, I leave it to you. I only suggest these two as of now. So, coming to private sector banks, if you want to invest in FDs, then go for these two banks. I Any bank is okay. And if you want to maintain zero balance account, mainly for students, digital account, you can go for Kotak Bank 811 zero balance account. So rest of the banks you can choose as per your convenience. I told you the pros and cons, so you can go through them. Same applies to small finance banks. If you want, you can open them mainly for fixed deposits and interest on savings. And if the branch is nearer to you, then you can open the account in these small finance banks. And payments bank, obviously Paytm, right? So one other suggestion is don't keep more than 5 lakhs. Don't keep don't keep more than 5 lakhs in FDs or savings in deposits in any bank, because as of now government provides insurance up to 5 lakhs only for all types of deposit like fixed deposit, savings, etc. So if you maintain more than 5 lakhs, there is no guarantee from government that if the bank is gone to losses, not more than 5 lakhs will be awarded to you. So if you want to invest in FDs, per bank you can go up to 5 lakhs. So if you invest 5 lakhs in Bank of Baroda, then see the other bank which provides like Union Bank which provides next good interest rates. So you can invest next 5 lakhs in Union Bank like that. You can, but don't invest more than 5 lakhs in any one bank, right? Same goes to private banks. If you invest 5 lakhs in IndusInd Bank, go to RBL Bank, invest 5 lakhs there, but don't invest more than 5 lakhs. Mainly in private banks, don't invest more than 5 lakhs in FDs, right? Even with small finance banks also, if you invest 5 lakhs in Suryodaya Small Finance Bank, go to Equitas and invest another 5 lakhs. Don't invest more than 5 lakhs, right? I think this video helped you to choose your bank account. So please do share, like and subscribe to the channel Simple Things. Thank you very much.